All right, so today we're going to be looking at 9.4, which is comparing fractions. It's very similar to what we've been doing, okay? Comparing fractions, how they're alike, how they're different, how they are bigger, how they are smaller, okay? We know how to compare with like denominators and like numerators. So Luca and Anne are eating the same size small pizza. One plate has 3/4 of Luca's cheese pizza. Another plate has 5/6 of Anna's mushroom pizza. Whose plate has more pizza? So we're looking for who? Luca or Anna? It says circle the numbers we need to compare. We did. How many pieces make up each whole pizza? Well, Luca's, remember, they're the same size. Luca's has 4 pieces, and Anna's has 6 because that's the 4 and 6 because that's the denominator. So we're going to compare Luca's pizza and Anne's pizza. We're shading in 3 out of the 4 of Luca's because that's what he has left. He's only ate 1 piece. And look how much he has left. Now we got to shade in 5 out of 6 of Anne's pizza. And look how much she has left. Look at that one little piece. Or look how much yet. Look at this dark piece. That's how much is left is this dark. Look how much dark that Anna has. Look how much dark that Luca has. So we know that 1/6 is the smaller piece. So 1/6 is less than 1/4. So if Anna's only missing the smaller piece, she must have more pizza left. So who has more pizza? It's Anne. Because he ate one giant slice and she ate this. She has more pizza left than he does. And that's what we got to figure out, okay? Whose plate has more pizza? If it said whose plate had less pizza, it would have been Luca. Okay, we're really diving into these words. Now, Morgan ran 2/3 of a mile and Alexa ran 1/3 of a mile. Who ran farther? Well, we know the denominators are the same. So guess what? 2 is greater than 1. If this is the same, we just go off the bigger number up here. Who ran 2/3? Morgan. These are the easy one. When the bottom number or the denominator is the same, we just go off the top number. Up here, we couldn't do that because we was comparing 3/4 and 5/6. All right, let's keep going. Miss Davis is making a fruit salad with 3/4 pounds of cherries and 3/8 pounds of strawberries. Which weighs less, the cherries or strawberries? We know the same numerator strategy. We know that the more pieces they are, the smaller they're going to be. So we know that 3/8 is actually going to be less than 3/4 because this is divided into 1/8 size and this is only in the 4th. These are huge pieces. So you're going to have 3 small pieces and 3 big pieces. You also do the butterfly method. Remember, 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12. And looks just like this. That would also work. So 24 represents 3/4. This side, we know is bigger. So what weighs 3/4? Don't say so the 3/4 weighs less, or what size weighs less. 3/8 pound of strawberries. So you have to go back up and read the problem. What one has 3/8 attached to it because that weighs less? You see 3/4 pounds of cherries and 3/8 pound of strawberries. So the strawberries does weigh less. The next one, compare 7/8 and 5/6. Let's see. Here's 7/8 and here's 5/6. What is missing from the whole? They're each missing. This one's missing 1/8 and this one's missing 1/6. So we got to compare. Is 7/8 bigger than 5/6? Well, kind of looks like it right now. But let's do the butterfly method to double check. I know 8 times 5 is 40, and 7 times 6 is 42. So look, 42 represents 7/8, and 40 represents 5/6. So it's not much bigger, but you can definitely tell by looking at this and the butterfly method that 7/8 is greater than 5/6. Compare. Let's do the butterfly method. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. Well, what side is greater? Well, we know that the 4 is going to be greater. So 2/3 or 1/2 is less than 2/3. We used butterfly. This one, the denominators are the same. So we just look at the top number. 3 is greater than 2, and this is like denominator. These denominators are these numerators are the same. The denominators are different. So look, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. So they're going to have 3 small-sized pieces and 3 medium-sized pieces. We know that 3/6 or 3/8 is going to be less than 3/6, and this is called the like numerator. If we're sharing pizza and they cut one into 8 and one into 6, the 6 is going to have bigger pieces. The last one, we're going to do butterfly on here. So 7 times 4, 28. 8 times 3, 24. So we look at it. What side is bigger? We know 7/8 is bigger, and this is the butterfly. Now, Miss Campbell's class, you guys might not be learning this much yet, but all you got to do is just make like a little butterfly no. Do this problem. Butterfly flies up. You want to fly up. So always go up. Don't put the number down here. Makes no sense. It has to be up. So flying up, flying up. And that will give you the right answer always, if you know your multiplication table. This one says on your own. Like denominator strategy. So what number is bigger, 1 or 2? We know 2 is bigger. Like denominator. Like numerator. We know 4 pieces is going to be smaller than 3 pieces, so it's going to be 1/3 is greater than 1/4. Even let's say these are the same, and this just shows you. Let's say these are the same. There's thirds, there's fourth. Look how much bigger these pieces are than this piece. So like numerator. This one we're going to do the butterfly because it's kind of confusing on both. We know 5 times 3 is 15, and we know 6 times 2 is 12. So 12 is actually less than 15, so 2/3 is less than 5/6. We did butterfly here. And we're going to do butterfly here. Actually, we don't have to do butterfly here. Look, this makes more than a whole. The same numerator. So this is like numerator, but these pieces, we're gonna have more than this piece. So this one's definitely going to be greater because 4/2 is an improper fraction, which means this is over bigger than a whole number. This isn't even a whole number yet. This is part of a number. This is actually equals 2. Like numerator. And we could also say, hey, we have 4 pieces of a piece. Well, this only has 2 pieces, so he has 2 actually whole pizzas, and he has 4 out of 6 pieces, but he doesn't have a whole pizza yet. So name a fraction that is less than or greater than the given fraction to justify your answer. So we have less than 5/6. You know what I'm going to do? 4/6. I'm going to keep my denominator the same. And to justify it, I'm going to draw 2 bars. I'll draw one like this. I'm going to separate it down the middle. I'm going to make the top one into 5. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. And see, I didn't do that one that well, so I'm going to redo it. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to have 5, 6 on top and 4, 6 on the bottom. 5, 6 is going to go all the way to here because I'm shading 5 out of 6. And 4 is going to go all the way to here. And you can see that 4, 6 is smaller than 5, 6. Same thing here. 3/8, give me something greater than 3/8. Check this out. I'm going to do 8/8. I'm going to do the same thing. Draw me a rectangle. I'm going to divide them both into eighths. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to draw 3/8 here. 3 out of 8. And the bottom, I'm going to do 8/8, which goes all the way over. And we know the 8/8 will be bigger. Luke, Seth, and Anya have empty glasses. Mr. Gable pours 3/6 of orange juice in Seth's glass, then 1/6 of orange juice in Luca's glass, and 2/6 cup of orange juice in Anya's glass. Who gets the most orange juice? Well, we're comparing 3/6, 1/6, and 2/6. We notice they all have the same denominator, so we're just looking who has the bigger numerator. And it's 3, because 3 is bigger than 1 and 2. Now we got to ask, who gets 3/6? Go over to the problem. Mr. Gable pulls 3/6 of orange juice in Seth's glass. So he gets the most, Seth. That was easy with all like the numerators. All right. Jack says that 5/8 is greater than 5/6 because the denominator 8 is greater than the denominator 6. Describe his error and draw a picture. So we know the more pieces you have, which is the denominator, the more pieces you have, the smaller the pieces are. So 5/6 is actually greater than 5/8. It says draw a picture. I'll draw a picture right here. You guys can draw it underneath. So I'm drawing my picture right here. And I'm dividing this kind of funny because I got to divide it into 6, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 8, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have 5/6 here and 5/8 here. We shade all the way to here on this one. And this one, we're only going to shade to right here. And this shows us that 5/6 is actually bigger than 5/8. And we also could do the butterfly. You know, if we did the butterfly method, 5/6 and 5/8, 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, so there's a little error when recording. It actually kicked me off, and I actually continued the lesson. But when it ended, I was talking about the butterfly method right here. So we could have done the butterfly method along with drawing our picture. We know 6 times 5 is 30, and we know 8 times 5 is 40. So if we erase everything and look at it, we know 40 is greater than 30. So 40 is with 5/6, and 30 is with 5/8. 5/6 is greater than 5/8. I already done this page. Because I was with I was doing a lesson and it quit on me. But it says Tracy is making blueberry muffins. She is using 4/4 cup of honey and 4/2 cup of flour. Does Tracy use more honey or flour? What does she need to know? What do you need to know is we need to know if does she use more honey or flour. That's what we're looking for. And we're going to use the like numerator strategy because both of these use 4 cups of something. So the steps we use, we had 4/4 and 4/2. We know that if the numerators are alike, we're going to look at our denominators. The bigger the number is on the denominator, the smaller the pieces, okay? So 4/4 is actually going to be smaller than 4/2. Even though it's a bigger number, it's going to have smaller pieces. So we know that 4/2 is now going to be bigger. So 4/2 is greater than 4/4. And we also, let's look at this again. We know 4/4 equals 1. 4 over 2 actually equals 2 because 2 can go into 4 2 times. So this actually is just 1 is less than 2 or 2 is greater than 1. And it wants to know, does she use more what? Flour. It's flour because flour is attached to 4/2 cups of flour. Okay. I know that page was a little bit fast, but I gotta put these I gotta tie these videos together, so it's gonna take a second. So pause it right here if you need to pause it. And then the bottom, we did the butterfly method. We did 8 times 2, which is 16. 4 times 2, which is 8. Or we could have done like numerator. We know that this piece is going to be smaller than this. So 2/4 is greater than. 2/8 is less than 2/4. And this one, same way. 4 times 4 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8. We know 16 is bigger than 8. So 1/4 is less than 4/8. All right. I'm going to tie this video in with the other one. You guys have a good one.